Hello everybody, this is Zilla Khalifa, aka Ibn Askia. Everybody say Ibn Askia, but it's actually Ibn Askia. Just want to say hi to everybody, to the Clean Racing Society and everybody watching this video. I thought I'd do a little quick and fun video concerning a race that we got coming up within a week or so. The 750 plus horsepower race that we do annually at the Clean Racing Society. You can find us on Facebook at the Clean Racing Society and also on Twitter at CRS1. Anyway, a lot of people had questions about a car. The race is going to be S-Class. There are no restrictions on weight. There's no restriction on anything. The only restriction is that the car is to have at least 750 horsepower. We're going to then take those cars and race them at the old La Sarthe circuit at Le Mans, the circuit that doesn't have the two chicanes, and really just have fun. An hour of racing with full simulation and collision on, and have fun. The winner of that race will receive a classic Forza themed special edition Xbox One controller, among other things. But primarily we race for fun. We love racing, we love Forza. That's what this is about. With having said that, I wanted to do a video about a car that people were asking about. It's the Lexus RCF. This car is an S-Class. It does not start in S-Class, but this car is in S-Class now because it's been tuned by Casper 10,801. That's Casper 10,801, and he brought the car up to approximately 686 horsepower, over 600 foot-pounds of torque, as you can see this car here. So we're testing it at Daytona, then we're going to take it to the Old La Sarthe just to see what this bad boy can do, what its topping speed is. And with this tune, I'll also leave a description with the name of the person who did the design on this car. It's pretty sick. It has a street tune look to it. With this tune, this car kind of feels almost like a answer to the Hellcat. Even though in real life this car without a tune would not be a match in stock form for the Hellcat. But let's just see how fast this car gets on Daytona. As you can see, going down this back straight on Daytona, 200 miles an hour isn't really a problem. Even in the banks, we maintain at 200 miles an hour, and I think that this car is going to hit probably 220 at the old La Sarthe circuit. So that was just the first test with the car on Daytona. We're going to back out of here. A lot of torque, 644 foot-pounds of torque. Let's back out of here and take a look at some of the specs on this car. Once again, the car was tuned by Casper 10,801, and that's all one number, 10,801. Now, like I said, I'll leave a link. I'll leave something in the description in the name of the tuner as well as the design. Both of them are very good. As you can see, the car has quite a bit of torque. Now on any other track that might be a problem unless you're a drifter. Somebody who drifts would love to have this car. You guys who are in the drifting community would have a field day with it because it really wants to get loose in the rear end quite easily. This car gets loose. But anyway, let's take the car over to the old La Sarthe circuit and see what we can do on this back straight, which is really going to define what everybody is kind of looking for with their cars. that's going to be the big question. Do you go for, oodles of horsepower and no handling, or do you try to find some common ground in between the two? Right now, this car, as it sits, is not legal for the race because it does not have more than 750 horsepower. So as of right now, the car isn't finished. And we have to get some more horsepower, or we'd have to change the spec and drop the spec down to 650, which is a concern. Some of the guys are talking about that. So we'll see. Within the next week, we'll have a final decision about the race. But a friend of mine by the name of Rodimus Prime, who's also another good tuner and driver, a good friend of mine in the Racing Society. He's coming over from Team Old School, their racing club. Find them on Facebook as well at Team Old School. He wanted to know, what could this car do down the back straight? I mean, what can this thing do? Because we were at Road America and it got up, it was blowing some stuff away, it just couldn't turn. It actually acts almost like a front-wheel drive car. It really wants to push through the turns when you're really pushing this car. So let's see what it does down this back straight. Fourth gear, we're already pushing over 150 miles an hour. Fifth gear, pushing 80. Sixth gear, she's still climbing. 200. We're still climbing. We're passing the point where we had the first chicane, so you'd be on the brakes at this point if we were racing with the chicanes, but we're not. So we're still climbing. 220, 7th gear, 221. And this car is fairly heavy. It's over 3,000 pounds, pushing almost 3,400 pounds. You're looking at 223. And not quite 225, not quite 230. A little bit disappointed, but it's still impressive. It's still impressive considering that this is realistically a street sedan that's been tuned. It sounds like this car has some type of turbocharge upgrade. You can go over to Casper 10801's link and take a look at his tune and download the tune. Now I want to compare this car to another car, and it's not a fair comparison. Please don't write in the descriptions or make comments, but I just want to compare it to the Hellcat. The Hellcat is in A class. We're going to take a look at the Hellcat right now, the Challenger Hellcat, and it's in A class. I just want to make an unfair comparison. It's unfair. I just want to compare the two. One car has been tuned to S class, the Lexus RCF, and the Hellcat is still in A class. But as you can see, it has over 700 horsepower and roughly about 650 foot-pounds of torque, which is a lot. It's a lot. So let's just see how far off the mark it is, because I'm guessing that if somebody were to pick this car, they probably could add some weight reduction to this car, as well as more horsepower, and get this thing into S class. So this is just a starting point. Let's just see how far off the mark this car is with roughly 700 horsepower. It still needs another 50 horsepower to make it into this race. And I'm guessing if you have the PI space, you would probably add maybe some wider tires, maybe a better tire package, front and back. Look for some wider tires, maybe street performance tire. I don't think the racing tires will probably take this thing above S class. But let's just see where we are right now as the car is. There's no tune on this car. There's no adjustments been made to this car. No modifications. This is straight out of the box, showroom floor, just like if somebody went to a showroom guy dealer and bought the car. It has quite a bit of torque itself. Most people who are drifting really love this car. It's heavy. One thing Microsoft and Xbox did, they did a wonderful job with the new controller. You really get a sense of how heavy this car really is. You get a lot of feedback from the hand controller. really feel it. Like right there, you feel this thing trying to find a way through that turn there without getting into the grass and stuff. So kudos to Xbox One for the new controllers. Let's see what this thing does. Speaking of controllers, we're going to give away a special edition Forza themed Xbox One controller for the winner of this race. So it's off pace. It's off pace, and we know that with it being an A class and with all of the weight, you know, there's been no modifications to the transmission or to the gears or anything like that. So it's a little bit off pace, but it's a good starting point for this car. Very good starting point. Just missed 200 at Daytona. So let's get on the brakes here. Get on the brakes and take it to Ola Sarf and see. Finish up this video. This video is kind of long, and I appreciate everybody watching the video. Hit a like on this page if you can, if you like the video, and please leave a comment and give your opinion. I know this is an unfair comparison. We just want to compare how far off the mark the Hellcat is. So we're going to take the car over to Ola Sarf, and obviously we're not going to run this car in the rain. It just will not do well. Trust me. I don't think that would be fun. You'd be better off on a bicycle. But anyway, as this thing is loading up, and maybe in the future I'll cut out the load screens in the next couple of videos. I appreciate everybody watching the video, but as we get ready to take this car to Ola Sarf, let's just see what's going to happen here. See how far off the mark the Hellcat is in comparison to the Lexus RCF, which was tuned at 686 horsepower, 644 foot-pounds of torque. This car has slightly more horsepower, but it weighs considerably more. This car weighs upwards over 4,400 pounds. It's a lot. You really feel it in the control. Just right through there in the turns, right here in the turn. You feel it. A lot of feedback in the control. But that's not what we're here for. We want to see what this car can do when you stop transform down Ola Sarf. Then we want you guys feedback or criticism what this car can use to hit that 220 plus mark in S-Class, S-Max. That is the challenge that we have. There we go, going on the back straight, third gear. Feel it, you feel it, you feel it, and fifth gear, out of pace, off pace. We know that. We expect it to be off pace. Then we're looking at bringing the 70. And I think this car might get 200. I think she's gonna get. We're gonna throw it into 7th gear here at some point in this video. 6th gear, 7th gear. Not bad, not bad at all, not bad. It's like I said, this car is an A class. Maybe with a tire package, weight reduction, you gotta find another about 50 horsepower. This car could hit 220. I think this car could hit 220. Now you gotta find a way to slow it down, so you gotta get a brake upgrade too. But thank you very much for watching this video. Feel free to leave a comment, suggestions, hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. I love the green. Have a good day.